We're almost there. We're gonna go over fire starting, cooking, and then water stuff, and then a little bit of navigation there too.
Sounds like a lot.
Yep, we'll go over it quick. So this is my bread and butter for my cooking. This is just a little butane canister. It pops off and there's a little bit of threading on top. I've got an MSR pocket rocket, and these definitely go hand in hand.
Wait. Did you just say pocket rocket?
So yeah, I have my MSR pocket rocket, and it comes in and it comes in a nice, neat little cozy case. So what this does, and I'll toss the case to the side. What this is for is this is a butane burner that allows you to cook. So these little legs come out.
That is so cool.
Always make sure to tighten it down. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. What it does is it screws right on top.
There's that wind again, people.
And then whenever we want to make a fire, you get a lighter or you get your ferro rod, and you'll hear the gas go on in a second.
Ah. Gotcha.
So, if you ever need to boil water in a pinch, or you need to get some food together, definitely a really worthy asset to have on hand. The burner top runs about $70. You can get that at REI, you can get that at Bass Pro, you can get it on Amazon. Amazon's really great for this. The butane canisters range from $2 all the way up through $7. So I just carry this for, simple 3-day backpacking trips. But if I'm ever thinking of going for like a month, they have really, really tall, well-made butane canisters. So definitely get you one.
Can you show how to use the ferro rod?
Absolutely.
For some people that might not even know.
Of course. So let me find a good one. I think this one will work. You can use a couple of things in order to utilize your ferro rod. Ferro stands for ferrocium. It's basically, the caveman days where they would knock those rocks together. That's what this is basically made of. It just creates a nice little spark.
Whoa.
Just like that.
As we're talking about forest fires, this guy, we have water, don't worry. We have plenty of water.
Plenty of water, came prepared. You can use a striker for this. These work really well too. I utilize the striker because it prevents me from cutting myself with the knife. There are times where I definitely have done that, so trial and error. Make sure that you're safe when you're starting fires, okay?
Gotcha.
I can show it with this too.
You sure? Is it safe to do it around here?
Absolutely safe.
Because I'm running.
You're totally
I'm
good.
pointing at you.
All we do is we dig it in a little bit.
Okay.
Because the gas pours up. And if it doesn't work the first time, I give it some air. And I turn the gas off.
Got it.
Just like that.
All right.
Ferro rods are really good, just in case we do have high winds or there's a lot of rain and you need to be able to start a fire. Definitely a perfect weatherproof tool.
Cool. I don't want to waste your gas, that's all.
You're totally fine. I got tons of, dude, this is so cheap that
Really?
that you can leave it burning. Of course, utilize it and make sure that you're, keeping as much as you can, but.
A quick question for you.
Yeah.
How long does this little thing last for?
Ooh, that's a good question. It depends on how long and how far you're running. This has adjustments. I've gotten a good 12 hours out of one just by conserving it outright. If you're gonna let it burn, it's probably gonna run out in maybe like 6 to 7 hours if you're just letting it run.
And that's a guesstimation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, I've had this for, I want to say 4 or 5 months, because it doesn't take too long to boil water. It takes, I want to say like 2 or 3 minutes. It boils at a very hot temperature, and you can adjust that as well. It'll boil water in 2 or 3 minutes. It'll boil a meal ready to eat in about 10. So it just depends on how far you're going with it. So that's
cool.
all up to you.
Pretty cool.
And always remember to let it cool off too. Don't go grabbing it shortly after you let your water boil. Just keep it as is, and then just leave it off to the side in a safe space where it's not going to tip, and heat some wood, and you'll be good to go. Speaking of fires, I have a couple of things that I utilize in order to cook. So say I wanted to conserve my butane canister.
Hold up. There's that wind again.
That's okay. Like I said, you wanted to hold off on the butane and you just wanted a quick water boil, I have a little miniature camping stove. And on the inside, it actually comes with little fire starter cubes. So all you do is you just break one off, you unwrap it, you light it on fire with a lighter, and you essentially just lay it underneath, rest your pot of water on top here, and that'll help boil some water or some food. Always good to have more options on hand. The more the merrier. So we always have the option of stormproof matches. In case there's an area where it's too wet or it's too windy, I always recommend these. This is by a company called UCO, and it comes in a box of 25.
Hold it.
And each and every one of these matches is gonna last up to 15 seconds. And you can dip this thing in water and pull it right back out, and it is still lighting. This thing is awesome. So
that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so if it's ever too wet or too rainy, definitely utilize one of these.
Get 25, I'm getting a pack of 100.
Yep, you gotta be prepared. And if you're looking for a really good fire starting material, because I would use this more or less for possibly my butane or starting a small fire to get a bigger one started, you can always use these. This is actually a fire starting match. So it comes in a really thick triangle here, and it works with the same exact striker, and this will last, I think, a minute or two, if I'm not mistaken. And all you do is you just light it, you drop it in a little bundle of wood, and it'll catch right as rain. So definitely good. This one's stormproof as well. Then let's go over water purification. So we talked about boiling water. That's one of the many ways that you can purify water, but we also have other things like parasites and harsh chemicals. So what I carry is I carry a little mini filter, and in this cozy little case, this is by Hydro Pro, I have a 3-liter bag for this. So one of the better ways, you can either carabine it on your tent. That's what I do sometimes. All you need to do, fill it up with the dirty water, screw this right in, pop that lid open, and drink, and you're good to go.
Nice.
In order to clean the filter out, all you need to do is unscrew this portion, filter it through the sink or a stream,
Okay.
and you'll be good to go.
So how many uses can you get out of that one filter?
I have no clue, if I'm being honest.
I got him. I stumped him.
Yep.
I stumped him. All right, what's next?
We have my signaling items. This is by Soul. This is just a basic whistle. Now, a fun fact.
I hope it's not really that loud, dude.
No, it's definitely not. I just want to save your camera microphone, man.
You know what? Do it. Gotcha.
So the amount of decibels that a whistle will produce is multiplied way more than, for instance, a simple yell. So if you're ever lost, utilize a whistle, do not yell. This is a signal mirror, and all this is to do is you can either do it across the way and signal somebody via light, or it's for an airplane or a helicopter crew that is looking for you. So if you can see a little hole on the inside of that, the way to use this is you're looking through it like a camera lens, and you're trying to spot a plane or a helicopter through that. What that's going to do is it's going to reflect the sun's light and beam it towards the pilot to let them know if there's a survivor in a natural area.
That's
so
nice.
Definitely a good tool to have.
Yes.
And then last things last, I have a watertight Soul bag. So if I'm ever crossing a river and I need to spare my cell phone, or I need to spare like my battery case, then I pop it in here, I roll it right up, I click it together, and I'm able to go. And of course, the more common sense, this one's just of Red Rock Canyon, but of course the surrounding areas is a waterproof mat. You can get these at any REI, any Bass Pro, any Amazon, you name it, they're gonna have it if they run outdoor stuff. This is a very smart thing to have.
Ah, I can stand up now.
Right?
So there you have it. That's all the stuff that Cole has in his bag, his survival bag. And I can't with this sun. Let me go in the shade. Great. Right when I get out the sun, the wind comes.
Right, perfect.
Unbelievable. My phone's about to die. All right. And you better believe that I'm going to get all the stuff, or most of the stuff, pretty much all the stuff that he has in his survival bag. So again, I'm going to leave the links and the description in the, what is it called?
Links in the description, you already said it.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave the links in the description down below. I don't know if I can leave all of the stuff, but I'll probably leave the majority of it, just so you guys can have an idea how to get started and everything. You know what's another good thing? How to read a map. Because there's reading a map and there's really reading the map the right way to know how to get out of a situation. I mean, I could look at a map and maybe figure it out, like where I am, but to actually read a map and to understand it and to know how to get out of a situation,
it's absolutely key. So say you're on the way to a friend's house and there's foreign territory that you're going through, or you're just coming up to Mount Charleston for a quick camp.
Right.
So your car breaks down and you need to walk somewhere and you have no cell service and you're walking down. You can utilize a map in order to walk to and from. Of course, a trusty compass comes in handy when you're utilizing a map, but it's always good to be able to read a map and know exactly where you're going so you don't get lost.
We're gonna have a video on how to read a map and use a compass just in case you're lost.
Absolutely.
If there's anything else that you guys would like to know, please comment down below, let me know. If there's anything that you agreed with or disagreed with, comment down below, let us know, because I'm not an expert. Cole knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a while, but there's some people that actually teach this stuff and that have been doing it since way longer than me and Cole put together.
Exactly.
So we could both learn from it. So please let us know. Communicate with us, smash that like button, because I have plenty more. Oh, yeah. This doesn't look right. From this angle, this doesn't look right. Here, Cole, just take it back, please.
What's it look like?
I'm not even gonna say it.
If you're carrying something that does yield a lot of weight in your backpack, the rule of thumb is close and low. Never do it far and high, because what that's gonna do is the same thing we talked about, is it's gonna pull your shoulder blades back too much. It's nice to have that load bearing down here in our trunk space where it's not going to pull and ream your shoulders through health. So definitely do low and close. I recommend getting this pack of cards. This is by a brand called Don't Die Out There. That's the name of the deck. So purpose of this deck, and you can never have too many elastic bands, collect them. But this goes over tons of different survival tips on each and every card. Really good reading material. Teaches you how to preserve and collect water. Tons of different things. This is really good reading material for your spare time. I almost forgot about this part, so this is just kind of a me thing for my work gloves, is I'll cut the thumbs and the index finger off of them. This is strictly for work gloves, not for like thermal warming gloves or anything. But this is just so in case I need to, if I have a knife and I'm doing some fine detail work with my hands, if I'm chopping wood, or if I ever need to access a firearm, say a mountain lion or a bear comes near me, you know what I mean? I am ready and I've got my trigger in hand and everything. So
okay,
definitely a good tip.
Gotcha.
And all you need to do is once you cut it, take a lighter and burn it, depending on the material.
Ah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great learning experience today. Cole, he has so much knowledge, and I have a feeling that you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of him on this page, because he's been helping me a lot get used to the outdoor world, and I can't wait to learn and teach you guys as we learn together. So come with me on this journey, on my new journey, Brother by Nature, as I explore the outdoors and have fun and keep y'all entertained. Till next time, peace.